Every single time I put my hood up when I have a messy bun, I'm reminded of the movie Coneheads. Have any of you ever watched that movie? It's old. It's from like the 80s. I'm pretty sure. 90s? Here's the deal. My seasonal depression came back with a vengeance. And when that happens, I don't know about any of you if you have ever experienced this, but when I go through a bout of depression, it's like every single thing that I'm typically very comfortable with in my life all of a sudden is just like slammed with all of these lies and all of this self-doubt. And every single time I am depressed, my mind is just like, none of your friends actually want to be your friends. Oh, did you realize that actually like nothing you say holds any value to anybody? And like I'm just bombarded from like all sides with just absolute garbage. And even though I know it, like I've traveled through enough of these seasons that I'm acutely aware that all of this is untrue, when you are in it, it is so debilitating. And so I share that just to say, if you have experienced something similar, or if you're experiencing it now, you're not alone. I hear you, I see you, and we're gonna get through this. So I wanted to share with you today a few things that are currently helping me get through this. So stick around. Thanks for being here with me. And it's okay to feel sad. That's all. I definitely don't always have the energy or desire to cook when I am feeling down. But this week, I was feeling especially comforted by the rhythm of cooking. I try really hard to stay in tune with my body and to listen to its cues when it comes to food. I knew I was going to be making pasta, so I decided to make some buttery garlic knots to have on the side. I know it is a massive privilege to have access to food and the time to cook, so being able to sit down with my family to enjoy a hot meal that I made just made me feel really, really grateful. One of my favorite ways to relax is to play the Nintendo Switch. I recently started playing a game called Cozy Grove. You play as a spirit scout who was recently dropped off on an island to help the local friendly ghosts. If you know anything about Animal Crossing, this game has very similar elements. What I enjoy more about this game, however, is you always have specific tasks that you're trying to complete, and those tasks build on each other. For some reason, completing these little assignments just makes me feel really accomplished, without it being overly complicated. Also, the art style and graphics on this game are so cute. It's so cliche, but taking baths is truly a necessity for me. It is basically the only time that I am ever alone, and the hot water is just deeply soothing. I bought this bubble bath from Target and I am so in love with it. The fragrance is called Sweet Almond and it seriously makes the bath smell like freshly baked almond croissants. And it creates the best bubbles. I don't often reread books, but these are two books that I've come back to many times. Anne of Green Gables by L.M. Montgomery and The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune are both incredibly endearing. These books are centered on the concept of found family and each have characters that you can't help but fall in love with. There's just something so safe and secure about returning to a familiar story. Although all of these other methods of self-care and relaxation are wonderful, they can never replace what a licensed professional can do for your mental health. I have been looking for a new therapist for a couple of months now, and this was a good reminder for me to finally schedule an appointment. Don't ever be afraid to reach out for help if you are struggling. You are so worth it. Thank you all so much for being here with me. I hope that you were able to slow down and find some joy today. I will see you again next week in another video.